The horizon blazed with crimson as the sun dipped beneath the shattered skyline of Olympus. Adam stood on the crumbling ramparts of the city, his plasma blade clipped to his side, his knuckles white as he gripped the ledge. The air hung heavy, the tension palpable. The Wrathbound were here. Athena's metallic frame gleamed in the dying light beside him, her wings folding and unfolding, a predator ready to pounce. "They've begun the encirclement," Athena said, her voice laced with static as her sensors picked up seismic vibrations from the advancing forces. "Caius is leading them. Thunderpaw is with him." Adam didn't need to look at the live feed from Athena's drones to confirm it. He could feel it in the tremors beneath his boots, the sheer power of the Wrathbound's advance. "They're not just here to break the city," Adam murmured. "They're here to break us." Athena tilted her head, her glowing optics narrowing. "They'll find us unyielding." Adam's voice hardened. "Prepare the defenses, this is it." Caius stood at the forefront of the Wrathbound, his crimson cloak billowing behind him as Thunderpaw, his colossal mechanical grizzly, snarled and rumbled beside him. The bear's seismic core pulsated with energy, its claws carving jagged marks into the ground with every step. Behind Caius, smaller Wrathbound beasts prowled, wolves with plasma cannons mounted to their backs, jaguars cloaked in shimmering energy fields, and falcons armed with precision-guided explosives. "This city will fall," Caius declared to his forces, his voice carrying across the battlefield, "not through brute strength alone, but through the collapse of its spirit. Tear down their walls, their machines, and their leader. Leave nothing standing." Thunderpaw reared up, releasing a guttural roar that echoed like a storm. Caius raised his blade, its edges glowing with molten heat. "Advance!" Thunderpaw charged the outer walls of Olympus, its seismic core thrumming with power. The mechanical bear slammed its claws into the ground, sending a rippling shockwave that fractured the wall and sent defenders tumbling like rag dolls. Adam braced himself against the impact, the force of the tremor rattling his bones. "Athena, deploy holograms!" Adam shouted, his voice barely carrying over the chaos. Athena complied instantly. Dozens of shimmering duplicates appeared along the walls, mimicking her movements with uncanny precision. Wrathbound forces hesitated, their beasts pausing as they struggled to identify the real threat. Adam fired his plasma rifle, striking down a Wrathbound scout who had climbed too close. Thunderpaw, undeterred, plowed through a barricade. Its reinforced armor shrugged off Athena's plasma blasts as if they were mere pinpricks. The bear roared again, sending another seismic wave rippling outward, toppling sentry turrets and scattering defenders. "We can't hold this position," Adam growled. "Fall back to the second line." As Adam retreated with his squad, Thunderpaw zeroed in on Athena. The colossal grizzly lunged, its claws glowing with energy as it swiped at her. Athena leaped into the air, her wings propelling her upward in a burst of plasma exhaust. "Focus on its core!" Adam barked, taking aim with his plasma rifle. He fired at one of Thunderpaw's seismic generators, the shot landing with a burst of energy. The generator flickered, disrupting the bear's seismic field momentarily. Thunderpaw roared in frustration, slamming its massive claws into the ground and sending a fresh shockwave rippling through the battlefield. Athena staggered mid-air, her flight path destabilized. She managed to regain control just in time to avoid Thunderpaw's snapping jaws. From the shadows of the encampment, Caius emerged. He leaped onto the walls of Olympus with a feral grace, his thermal blade blazing as he cut through defenders like a force of nature. His strikes were precise, calculated, each swing designed to cripple and destroy. Adam met him head-on, plasma blade igniting as he swung with all his might. Their blades clashed, sending sparks showering around them. Caius's strength was overwhelming, his strikes forcing Adam back step by step. With a brutal shoulder charge, Caius slammed Adam into the wall. "You call this leadership?" Caius sneered, pressing the tip of his blade to Adam's neck. "Hiding behind machines and weak ideals? You're a failure." Adam gritted his teeth, his free hand slipping into his belt. "Then let me fail forward." He hurled an EMP grenade at Thunderpaw. the pulse erupted in a wave of blue light, disrupting the bear's systems and forcing it to stagger back. Recovering quickly, Thunderpaw roared, its seismic core glowing brighter as it prepared for another shockwave. Athena deployed her holograms again, the duplicates swarming Thunderpaw in a coordinated assault. The bear lashed out, swiping at the illusions as they flickered and disappeared upon contact. The real Athena landed on Thunderpaw's back, her plasma blades piercing through its armor. Sparks erupted as she targeted the bear's core, but Thunderpaw bucked violently, throwing her off and slamming her into a pile of rubble. "Adam, I'm sustaining damage," Athena reported, her voice crackling with static. "Hold on," Adam replied, rallying the remaining defenders to cover her retreat. Wrathbound drones targeted Olympus's remaining turrets with pinpoint accuracy, rendering them useless with EMP strikes. Smaller mechanical beasts stormed the gates, their claws and plasma cannons tearing through barriers. Adam led a desperate defense, his squad barely holding the line. Caius used the chaos to slip through Olympus's defenses, his thermal blade slicing through power conduits and plunging parts of the city into darkness. Athena, using her stealth mode, infiltrated Wrathbound patrols and sabotaged their reinforcements, slowing their advance. Caius ordered Thunderpaw to charge its seismic core to full capacity. The bear's body pulsed with a blinding energy, preparing to unleash a shockwave that could level the city. Athena acted quickly, charging the beast head-on. Her plasma blades flashed as she struck at its core, but Thunderpaw released its pulse before she could disable it. The shockwave ripped through Olympus, toppling buildings and scattering defenders. Adam narrowly avoided the devastation, using his grapple line to pull himself to safety. "Athena, are you still operational?" he called. "Barely," Athena replied, her voice strained. "But I'm not done." Athena activated her full combat mode, her wings glowing with a searing blue light. She summoned an army of holograms, each one attacking Thunderpaw in a coordinated barrage. The bear roared, its massive claws slamming into the ground as it tried to crush the illusions. Using the distraction, the real Athena landed a critical strike on Thunderpaw's core. The bear staggered, its systems failing. Adam saw his chance. He leaped onto Thunderpaw's back, driving his plasma blade deep into its core. The bear let out a final mechanical roar before collapsing into a smoking heap. Caius, bloodied but alive, retreated into the shadows. "This isn't over!" he growled, his voice echoing through the ruins as he disappeared with the remnants of his forces. Adam stood amidst the wreckage, his breathing heavy. Athena landed beside him, her armor scorched and sparking. "They'll be back," she said. "I know," Adam replied, his voice resolute. He turned to the remaining defenders, their faces weary but determined. "We rebuild. We stand. For Olympus." As the Wrathbound retreated, a single message was left scrawled in the debris. "This is only the beginning.